Hey, how's it going? This is your daily sweet talk for August 11th, 2024. How does a mouse feel after it takes a shower? Squeaky clean. I follow an account on Twitter that posts discontinued foods. And they had just posted a Ben and Jerry's flavor. Ben and Jerry's is notable for their discontinued foods because they have their flavor graveyard, which is a physical thing that I think at the Ben & Jerry's headquarters, where you can see their past flavors that have been discontinued and like what years the flavor was active. There used to be an online thing as well. I don't know if it's still there, but there is some sort of physical location. And they just posted a flavor day, and I saw a reply that said Ben & Jerry's should do like zombie resurrections of these flavors. You know, since they have this flavor graveyard theming, they could do a zombie thing. And I fleshed that out in my mind, like, yeah, for Halloween they could have like a line of 5 zombie flavors for a limited time re-release. That sort of like bombastic branding doesn't seem like something Ben and Jerry's would do. It seems more like a hostess move or some more a much more processed snack sort of company. I mean, Ben & Jerry's is ice cream, whatever, but they seem to, I don't know, do they have natural ingredients? I don't know. They seem like that sort of company anyway that doesn't really do, they're not a sweepstakes company, I guess you could say. Sweepstakes is a type of move, like a snack, a junk food company would do. Junk food. But I mean, ice cream is junk food. But whatever. You get what I'm saying, maybe. But it would be a cool idea. But I feel like the company to consumer response to those sorts of demands or desires or whatever, like, oh, I would really like to see this product come back. Altoid Sours, for example, that was a big one that people really wanted back. There's not usually a big response to that. I feel like you'll usually see discontinued foods brought back from like fast food places, to the point where, and they'll maybe because they advertise more than these other companies. Fast food places in general advertise a lot more than like companies you'll see in grocery stores mainly. I'm just off the top of my head, that would make sense why. But like the fast food companies sometimes do it to the point where they'll bring something back and people are like, that was gone, or I had never heard of this thing in the first place. And it's kind of just like, it feels like just like a gimmick that they're saying, we brought it back, and it's like, it was on the menu 2 months ago. And to the point, they'll take stuff off the menu just to bring it back, and to drive demand that way. And snack companies, or you know, non-fast food, like food in the grocery store companies, they don't really seem to do that as much, like discontinue things just to drive up demand. Because when there is stuff that people really want back, it still doesn't even really usually come back. I don't know what the reason for that is, but it seems, I don't know. Maybe they don't think it'll be profitable. Maybe it's not. Maybe people weren't buying it and they don't believe people will buy it again. It's just a big difference compared to the company versus consumer reactions for like art, where you will see companies paying attention to what the audience wants, to an extent, like way more so than for like food. Like, if people say, oh, we don't want this sequel or we don't want this thing, sometimes they will listen. They usually, that's a lot more rare for the food world, at least outside of fast food. I talked about this in relation to movies versus video games, but food is sort of, I mean, it's not an art. There is an art to no, it is an art. There can be art to it, but we're talking about like anything can be an art, but we're talking about like consumer stuff. But I don't know. I mean, if you talk about media in that way, then that could also not be an art in that way. I don't know what I'm saying at this point, but it is interesting how the different response, I guess,